Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. How are we all doing? How was everyone feeling about last night's WrestleMania? Because I was going to be honest with you, I'm still excited. I'm still excited for tonight, but I'm starting to think if I'm to be believing what the internet is saying, that I might have been the only person that actually enjoyed last night. I don't think it was anywhere near as bad as what people said. Was it perfect? Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. But it certainly wasn't as bad as what people said. I've seen some proper doom and gloom and misery, pure misery online, especially on Twitter, which is unsurprising. But yeah, I don't know. I seen one guy, I don't even know who he is, right? I don't even know who he is. But he's this bald guy. And you know what? Bald people are just not to be trusted in the slightest. But it's this bald guy. I don't know what he does, but he must be like some sort of a journalist or aggregator or something like that. He's been doing it a while. And he just went on like this full fucking tirade about how this was the worst WrestleMania ever. Everything's been stripped away from what we loved about WrestleMania. And like, part of that I understand. I understand. We were very, very blessed as wrestling fans to have years and years and years, or WWE fans, sorry, years and years and years of no advertising in the ring, no advertising on the turnbuckles, no advertising, minimal advertising between matches, and the pay-per-views be sacred, pretty sacred. You're paying a premium to watch a show, and you don't want it filled with commercial breaks and stuff like that. And we still get a taste of how it used to be and what we enjoy through AEW pay-per-views, which are fantastic in that respect. But wrestling might be the only thing pay-per-view wise that hasn't had adverts for years and years and years. Like every single sports event that's televised now is full of advertisements and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to excuse it because it does get on my tits as well, but it's not the one, it's not the straw that's going to break the camel's back. There's plenty of things that one could criticize WWE for. The commercials and stuff is quite low down on that, and I'm in a blessed position. I'm in a very, very privileged, blessed position because I get to watch wrestling on this channel with you lovely people, and I get to do quizzes in between. So if anything, just like an extra minute or a couple of minutes of commercial breaks between matches, I actually quite like, because it gives us a chance to do some of these really long Sporkle quizzes and stuff, and we have fun. I think that's why I'm, you know, not all misery and doom and gloom about it. I think a lot of people don't actually enjoy wrestling anymore, and they have taken a path where they are, you know, fair play to them. It's the dream of a lot of us to be making money off of something like this. And if that is your living, but if it doesn't make you happy, then it doesn't make you happy. Like I often point back to Adam Pacitti, and he was doing Cultaholic. He talked very openly about how very grateful he was to have a lot of opportunities doing stuff within the wrestling sphere, and you know, it didn't make him happy, and he took a bet on himself, and he's doing great. He's doing really, really great. And I'm not saying I'm gonna stop watching wrestling, I think, or even stop watching WWE, but I did the same thing, or I took a page out of that book by not doing the SmackDown watch-alongs and just enjoying what you enjoy. Just don't take it too seriously. The moment you take men and women fake fighting in their underwear too seriously, then it's time. It's over. It's gone. It's done for you. It's not happening anymore. So I'm going to choose to enjoy this evening. I'm going to choose to enjoy this evening for exactly what it is, and that is a bit of fun. We've got a huge ladder match this evening, which I'm really looking forward to. The main event is the main event that I'm looking forward to the most. Wasn't excited for Cody versus Randy Orton. If anything, it over-delivered for me. It under-delivered for a lot of people, but it over-delivered for me because I was expecting nothing but celebrity involvement. They got the celebrity shit out the way first. Pat McAfee coming back to the ring and counting the pin, I wasn't a massive fan of. Also, Randy RKOing Pat McAfee during the match probably should have just happened after the match. But we did get a punt at the end, and Cody's eye does look absolutely fucked. Joe, thank you so much. Lurking as per usual. Joe, I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I hope everyone's had a lovely weekend. Hope everyone has had a lovely weekend. WrestleMania weekend isn't just a weekend for, you know, WWE. And this is one thing as well I would like to say that I will give massive respect to WWE for, because there's a lot of indie shows going on in Las Vegas. And dare I say, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we're coming towards the end of that sort of thing. I hope not. I honestly hope I'm wrong with that sort of thing. But a company like WWE seems to me like, and TKO especially, would have the power to sort of nip that in the bud a little bit. There are other companies and entities and, you know, big governing bodies that don't take too kindly to that sort of thing. And the fact that WWE sort of not just let it happen, but almost not even almost encourage it, definitely encourage it, because they had Natty and Pete Dunne and other WWE talent do some of the shows around the area, which is really fucking cool to see. But I can remember when I worked in a pub and the World Cup was happening, there was a thing that went around where you can advertise, like pubs could not advertise, even if they had paid their Sky Sports subscription, they had paid for distribution rights to play it publicly for commercial uses, all of that stuff. They could not advertise anything with the words FIFA World Cup. And I'm pretty sure that you couldn't even use the words World Cup either. It'd just be football match, or maybe they could put the actual like countries of the teams that were playing. But the thing they called it was ambush marketing, and that's kind of what the independents do around WrestleMania weekend, and WWE allow it. And they are, you know, I'm not saying they're within their right to stop it, but I reckon they definitely have the power to stop it. But the fact that they don't, or that's not even ever been a conversation, is something to be praised, I think. But, you know, I'm not going to excuse some of them booking decisions last night. Had some shit news today, but you won't bring straight. Joe, you can say whatever you like because it's you. Not everyone can do that. Not everyone, just you, Joe. But in all seriousness, I do hope you're okay, and if you ever need to message me or talk or anything like that, you know exactly where I am. But I'm really sorry to hear that you've had some shit news. I am going to have a very, very, very difficult week coming up this week, and I'm not massively excited for it. In fact, if anything, I'm absolutely shitting my pants because of it. But I am, again, choosing to remain as positive as possible. There was nothing in this world that was going to stop me from enjoying the simple pleasures in life, and there's nothing simpler than professional wrestling. And I was always going to enjoy, or try to enjoy, or make a point of enjoying the things that I love. It's going to be a difficult week, but as I said yesterday, everything is moving in the right direction, and whatever happens. Que sera, and you know, everything will be fine in the end. It's getting to that point. It's getting to the point where things can be fine again. The middle bit, the started off okay. The ending is going to be absolutely fine. It's that shit bit in the middle that I'm really not looking forward to. But that's a fucking tomorrow problem. That is a tomorrow problem. I have got a few things planned and lined up for this evening. Now, I don't think we're going to get through all of them, but I've got enough to make sure that we have got, you know, stuff to do. Like I said, people complain about the commercial breaks during WrestleMania. We've got, what, 6 matches tonight? 6 matches? Yeah, 6 matches tonight. We've probably got some sort of an in-ring segment with somebody. I would imagine it'd be Danhausen. Now, on my predictions, you'll have a look in a second. But on my predictions, I did predict, or on the predictions on the Discord. And thank you so much to everyone that got involved in the predictions on the Discord. I put in an extra question: who is Danhausen going to curse at WrestleMania? Because so far he hasn't actually cursed anybody. He's cursed a few people before WrestleMania. I think he's been cursing people on SmackDown and Raw for weeks. He's been cursing Stephen A. Smith. He cursed somebody else, Sam Roberts. He cursed, and I think we're gonna get one live. We have to get a live stadium curse from Danhausen. We've had a bit of a tease of Danhausen last night, but we haven't had fully fledged Danhausen on this year's WrestleMania. I think tonight is the night that we get it. Maybe John Cena. Maybe John Cena gets the curse this evening. I went for a stupid guess. I went for a comedy guess. And I do regret it, because I don't think this person is even in attendance, let alone on Danhausen's radar. So I think I've forfeited a point already there. But if it happens, I will lose my box. Lose my shit if the person I have predicted actually turns up. I think we get a curse on Cena, but it doesn't work because the curse can't see him. Robot Jones, welcome in, mate. How are you doing? How did you feel about last night's WrestleMania? And I'm not here to argue with anyone. This is one thing I want to say to people. I really enjoyed WrestleMania last night. I enjoyed it mainly because I was here. I enjoyed it mainly because I was here and I was watching it with lovely people in the chat, like yourselves. And between the long as fuck commercial breaks, we were playing quizzes and having fun, and I really, really enjoyed that. But I'm not here to argue with anyone. If your experience was different to mine, go for it. Go for it. Just make sure your reasoning is considered, and don't take opinions from other people as well. Because if you read Twitter today, it was the worst WrestleMania of all time. Clearly, those people have never seen WrestleMania 26 or 27, because that was a struggle. 32 was a struggle. 35 was all right, but 35 was long as fuck. One criticism I will have, and I think it's a genuine criticism, and it's very, very disrespectful. I don't like how the women's matches have been placed over this year's WrestleMania. We had 3 women's matches yesterday, and we've got 1 this evening. 1 women's match out of 6. And 6 matches in general on WrestleMania card is not good enough. To have only 1 women's match out of 6 matches on a WrestleMania night is not good enough, especially when we were almost promised with up to 6 women's matches. And there's so many women that have sat out to the point where people are going, where's Iyo Sky? Where is Iyo Sky? Where's Asuka on the card? Where's Tiffany Stratton? Where's Julia? With Kiana James has had an amazing few months. Where the fuck is she? She deserves a place somewhere. And it's not just the women either. It's Carmella Hayes that didn't get a spot on the WrestleMania card. A lot of people are upset that people like, you know, Matt Cardona. I'm sorry, but if Jade, McDonagh and Rusev get a spot in that ladder match, where's Matt Cardona? At least he's got fucking pedigree. He's got pedigree in a ladder match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. He would fit right in. It's a lot of the placement is questionable at best, I think, for this year's WrestleMania card. But 7 minutes for Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer is not good enough. That was one of the matches that I was looking forward to the most, and you could tell that they probably had a bit more time, and it was told to be cut short last minute, which is horrible. Really, really horrible. You don't like to see it for the talent that have worked so hard to get to that point. Like, Stephanie Vaquer obviously been wrestling for years. Liv Morgan's been in and around WWE for years. They're both highly, highly competent, can wrestle, especially, like, I'm not, again, no dig on Liv Morgan. But Stephanie Vaquer is probably one of, if not the best wrestler in the world right now. And 7 minutes at WrestleMania, I think is unbecoming. It's not fair. It's genuinely not fair. But we did get a few surprises last night. We did get quite a few surprises last night. We got Paige returning, which was a huge moment. She looks absolutely fantastic. I think she looks better than she did when she was in AEW. I think, and again, that's not a slight on AEW. That's not a dig on AEW. I think AEW did the best with Saraya that they could possibly do. I don't think she was 100% ring ready. She had been out for a while. She has had numerous documented neck injuries. I'm still upset that we didn't get a Saraya versus Mercedes Moné match, but you know, sometimes health, well-being, mental health, happiness, they all are paramount to what the wrestling fan wants. And it was good to see her back. I've always had my reservations about Paige, but at the same time, I think the more you grow, the more you realise that, you know, she hasn't had it the best. I don't think she hasn't had the best time of it, and I'm not here to speculate on other people's private lives, but it's good to see her healthy. It's good to see her healthy. It's good to see her back and happy, smiling, and looking genuinely happy and smiling. So I really enjoyed that. Her winning the belt on her first night back, it was a moment. I wouldn't have done it personally, but you know, that's just me. What else happened last night? We did get a few other surprises, didn't we? I said Speed did the dive off the rope through the announce table, which was pretty cool. Like that's again, not a fan of Speed. If he wasn't on the card, I wouldn't even notice. But same with Logan Paul. But when you come in as an outsider and you put your body on the line for other people's entertainment, then it's hard not to respect that sort of shit. So fair play to him. I wasn't expecting Cody to retain. Cody got punted as well at the end. Cody's eye looked fucked. And people online are saying like, oh, he punted him for real. And I don't think he would have punted him for real. But it did look like Randy Orton's boots scratched him. That's what it looks like. Because if he fucking punted him full force in the face, both eyes would be black. And they'd be puffy. They'd be out there. Like, he'd have you know, almost look like a bit of a broken nose, but without actually having been punted in the nose. But his face would have been out. It would have been swollen. It would be way more swollen. But it looked like a scratch because it was a proper gash above his eye, and I'm sure it'll be fine. There was something as well. The people, he had to cancel the sign-in today, so a lot of people that paid to get tickets to have something from Cody signed today was not there. Think he caught him a bit, do you? I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it because it didn't I don't know. Look, again, I could be wrong. Welcome in, by the way. How are you doing? Sammy, welcome in. Back at your seat for Night 2 of Mania. Got to listen to Valentino Khan spin the decks again before the show starts. Sammy, our own Sammy, friend of mine, friend of the channel, friend of all of ours, Sammy Plays Stuff, is at WrestleMania right now. And I hope it's a really good show. By all accounts, people in the stadium had a great night. Again, Will Riley Sport, I'm not here to argue with you. I really enjoyed WrestleMania last night because I was here. I got to watch it with some lovely people on this channel. I got to play some games that we're gonna be playing some more games tonight. If you didn't enjoy last night, totally respect your opinion. Not here to argue with you, but I hope you have a great night this evening. I hope you enjoy. Stevie Richards did a video on YouTube. I'm gonna have to watch that. I love Stevie Richards videos. I really love Stevie Richards videos. Tonight's card does look really good. I'll get into my predictions in just a second, but if you want to stick your predictions in the chat, stick your predictions in the chat. Who do you think, if Danhausen curses someone tonight, who do you think it's going to be? Robot Jones, there were certainly aspects you liked, more you didn't, but you had an enjoyable experience. I really wish we were getting Iyo versus Asuka. I agree, Iyo versus Asuka should 100% be on the card. Love seeing Paige healthy, and to know Bianca's alright. Yeah, Bianca's, doing great. I've seen some fucking weirdo cunts on Twitter talk about Bianca Belair, and obviously she's going to be out for a little bit with, having a baby, and congratulations to her, and congratulations to Montez Ford as well. Really fucking cool. But, she was out for a little bit, and I was just assuming that, because it was a hand injury, wasn't it? It was a hand, she had a broken finger, or she had a broken wrist, or there was like a cut or something like that. Hand injuries are very, very, very complex and complicated. Like, you may never, or, you may struggle to get like feeling in certain parts of your hands if you've had a proper like hand injury or a broken hand, because you're always fucking moving it. Your hand is the part of the body that has the most bones and moving parts, I think. So people questioning the legitimacy of her injury on top of like digging on her for wanting to start a family is fucking disgusting. And we're not here for that. We're not here for that. So it was good to see her back. It was good to see her back. I did make a little joke. After something that John Cena said. So if you want to see my joke, I did make a YouTube short out of it. So go and have a look at my latest YouTube short. I was a bit worried about it because I was like, is this inappropriate? It's just a joke. It's just wordplay. It's just fucking wordplay. It's just something that John Cena said that was like, I knew what he meant. I knew exactly what John Cena meant. But at the timing of it, was so out of pocket, and it was fucking funny. A lot of people in the IWC hate a lot of people in IWC hate everything. A lot of people in IWC hate themselves. So it's lovely to have you here, by the way. Lovely to have you here. You're a breath of fresh air. Well, everyone here is a breath of fresh air compared to the fucking IWC, so thank you very much. Did like last night because your favourite wrestler returned, Paige. I'm really happy that you're happy that Paige returned. I was happy to see her. I think she's looking fantastic. She's looking healthy and happy, and that's all you want. And I'm interested to see where she goes from here. Apparently AJ Lee is not going to be around for a little bit. I heard that she did sign a multi-year contract, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just, I think that's what they should do with AJ Lee. People like AJ Lee and people like Paige. Bring them back for a little bit. And Nikki Bella, they did it with Nikki Bella as well. Bring them back for a little bit. Put them on ice for a bit. Your English bias? You and me both. I was there at All In when Saraya Paige won the AEW Women's Championship, and I loved it. I can't sit here and lie and say I'm a massive fan of Paige, but it was a really fucking cool moment. It was a really cool moment to be a part of. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And I loved seeing her back as well. I love her entrance music. Paige's entrance music is fucking on point. It is really, really cool, and it gets you excited right from the back. It's like AJ's music. AJ Lee's music is like, it gets you going straight away. But yeah, I think that's what they should do with wrestlers like that. Put them on ice for a little bit, keep them an attraction, keep them special, and then when they come back, it's more impactful. You went for Becky to win last night. Do you know what I thought was going to happen? Because I saw the report, right? I saw the report that Paige had signed a 2-year contract, or signed a contract or whatever, and I was like, oh fuck, Paige is back. I was like, she's a perfect candidate to be Raw after WrestleMania. I think AJ Lee beats Becky, and then when Paige comes out, she challenges AJ straight away. We get AJ Lee versus Paige in a squash match. Paige wins the IC Championship, and then we move on from there. Because that's a callback to Paige's debut in WWE when she won the Divas Championship. And then when I saw, I'd already done my predictions as well. I'd done all my predictions. I'll show you my prediction. I'll show you how fucking dog shit I did at my predictions. I'd already done it. And then I had a look and I was like, on the Wikipedia page, it said Brie Bella and Paige for the tag team match. I was like, everything's fucked. Everything is fucked. I did see Ted DiBiase Jr. in the crowd. I'm pretty sure he should be in prison, but you said Raw, Becky versus Paige, IC Championship, same fantasy bucket. Honestly, now you say it, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I don't know if, Now Paige has got the tag team championship. I'm not sure if she wins that belt anymore, and she might be kept, you know, again, the surprising thing for me with Paige, not the fact that she's back in WWE, is the fact that she's back wrestling. She's back wrestling in WWE, which is a huge thing to happen, because lest we forget, she had a massive neck injury, numerous neck injuries, and then to the point where they said, right, you're not wrestling anymore. And then she went to AEW to wrestle, and it was like, oh, this is you know, is she cleared? Would WWE clear her when AEW have? Like, is that like, who's clearing her? What's the medical looking like on both sides? The fact that she's come back and instantly in a match, instantly with a championship, very fucking cool. Like, really cool. I wish her nothing but the best. Obviously, no one's wishing her an injury or anything like that, but I hope that she stays healthy, because it can be hard, especially if you haven't worked full time for that long, or at least like in that environment for so long. Like, we saw what happened with CM Punk when he came back in the Rumble and immediately fucking tore his tricep off his bone. But I'm hoping we get some surprises tonight. You got all right except for Paige and Brie wrong. Who did you go for? I really wanted to see Randy Orton win, just because it'd be something different. Stephanie Vaquer, I think, would have been a good winner to sort of be the catalyst for the Judgment Day splitting up. I'm not a fan of the Judgment Day. I haven't been for a while now. But I think my problem is I book with... let me show you my problem. Let me show you my problem firsthand. I book with my heart and not my head. And I will show you exactly why for my Night 2 predictions. I've gone for Rusev to win the Intercontinental Championship this evening. I've gone for CM Punk to beat Roman Reigns. I've gone for Rhea Ripley to beat Jade Cargill. I've gone for Sami Zayn to retain against Trick Williams. I've gone for the Demon Finn Bálor to beat Dominik Mysterio. I've gone for Femi to win. And I've gone for Danhausen to curse John Bradshaw Layfield. Fuck yes. Bird Lady Bailey. But that's my predictions. That is my predictions for this evening. Are we going to get a result? No. But am I going to have fun while watching it? Abso-fucking-lutely. I cannot wait. We have got 1 hour and 14 minutes until WrestleMania Night 2 starts. And I've got some games that we can play. I've got one... we've got the refreshing of all the WrestlePlay games at midnight. So, in the interim, we do have some... Sporkle quizzes as well. So, these Sporkle quizzes are pretty hard. I'm not saying that we're scraping the bottom of the barrel with the Sporkle quizzes, but we've done a lot of Sporkle quizzes lately, and trying to find ones that are WrestleMania adjacent or WrestleMania related are very fucking difficult. In fact, let me show you. Let me show you what Sporkle quiz we got for tonight. Check how long this one is. But even though it's long, I actually think this is really doable. It's titles, championships won at WrestleMania. And again, it doesn't include this year's WrestleMania. It only includes... say only. WrestleMania 1 up to WrestleMania 41. My issue here is that it's only rated a 3.3 out of 5, which means someone's name is spelt wrong, which means it's going to be harder to get everything, or it means that there's championships missing. But we can deal with that. We can certainly deal with that, I think. We've got 132 to get. Can you name all of the wrestlers or all of the title? Can you name the wrestlers who captured a championship at WrestleMania? So not necessarily a world title. We've got tag team titles. We've got 24/7 championship at WrestleMania 36, hardcore championship, women's championship. There's a lot to go here. We've got who's appeared at 5 WrestleManias in a row. This one's a bit of a shorter one. Again, I think it's doable. It's gonna be hard, I think, but I think it's more than doable. The most WrestleMania appearances by time, combined WrestleMania match times. Again, I think this is going to be really doable because for some reason I just think, barring a few anomalies like a Hulk Hogan or potentially like a Randy Savage or something like that, I think these are all going to be relatively new people because the longevity of wrestlers has improved over time. So I think we're going to get more recent wrestlers that are fresh in the mind than we are going to get wrestlers that of the past. So I think that's doable. Then we've got the only thing that's really difficult with this one is there's no year. So this is real like needle in haystack type shit. Like we could be here for a long time trying to think of fucking, I don't know, Rey Mysterio. We've got same year WrestleMania and SummerSlam main event, which is a really good one, I think, because it has the year. So I reckon from like 2000 onwards. No, from like 96, 91 even, 91. Nah, fuck it, we can do this. I reckon we can fucking do this now. Right, I've talked myself into this. Right, can you name the wrestlers that were in the main event of both WrestleMania and SummerSlam in the same year? And I will kick things off because I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that SummerSlam 2003 was Lesnar and Angle, the same as WrestleMania 19. So I'm pretty sure. No, they're not there. So Angle won't be on the list. Oh, that's weird. Lesnar must be on the list somewhere. Right, he's on there 3 times. Okay, 1998. What are we talking? We're talking WrestleMania 4. That was the one without Hulk Hogan. So that was Savage and DiBiase. Simples. Feel free to shout out answers in the chat, by the way. Get involved. 1989 was Savage versus... It was Hogan. 1990... Fuck me. I have to do maths now. Was that Warrior? It was Warrior. 1991, that's WrestleMania 7. Was Sergeant Slaughter. 1993 would have been WrestleMania 9. So it's either going to be Yokozuna. Yep. 1996. I'm just going to go Bret Hart anyway. There's no Bret Hart there. Okay. 1996. That was WrestleMania. Fuck me. 11? Is that Undertaker? No, Undertaker was 97. So is it Michaels? It is Shawn Michaels. 1998. I'm going to go for Austin. And in 1999 was Stone Cold Steve Austin. The year 2000. Okay, this is where it gets fucking easier now. This is where it gets way, way easier for the next few years. For me, at least. I'm guessing... In fact, I'm not even going to guess. I can't even remember what the main event of SummerSlam 2000 was. It must have just been like another Triple H Rock match. And we've got 2 for 2000. So it must be Triple H and The Rock. 2001. 2001, hang on. Rock was in the main event of SummerSlam 2001. SummerSlam 2001, I don't think I've ever watched in full, but I do remember that was a huge moment because that was when Kurt Angle beat Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship during the Invasion era, and The Rock faced Booker T for the WCW Championship. And that was the main event. The main event of SummerSlam 2001 was for the WCW Championship. I'm going to have to fucking fact check that, but I don't... It must be right. It must be right. 2004... 2004 was Benoit, because he was in a triple threat at WrestleMania 20, and then he lost that World Heavyweight Championship to Randy Orton in 2004. This is where it's going to get a bit hazy for me, because I wasn't really watching around 2006, 2007. So, WrestleMania 22... was... Oh, fuck. What was the main event of WrestleMania 22? Was it? No, it wasn't Cena. Was it Cena? Might have been Cena. It was Cena, and in 2007. Okay, that evens it up a little bit. 2008, the main event was Edge and The Undertaker. So, hang on, they were the main event of SummerSlam as well. Again, never actually watched it, so maybe we'll go back to that. Then we've got Edge, Cena. 2017, this is where it's going to get really difficult for me, I think. So, what was the main event? What fucking WrestleMania was 2017? Oh, I'm going to have to do maths and everything now. So what are we on now? 42?